you doing? Michael Hogue, and President of J-Man's Instruments, and we're going to go over the Aggrameter, our microwave moisture test for sand and aggregates. As you can see, it comes in this pretty sturdy plastic shell case. Unbox it here. It has the meter, the sensor, an extension pole, cable for the PC, software and instruction manual for the PC, as well as your warranty registration card, calibration certificate, and last but not least, batteries. This extension pole inserts into the sensor like this, so if you are testing sand piles, you won't have to bend over and perform the test. Alright, this simply snaps into the receptacle, and then you can extend it to whatever length you need. The bracket here will hold the meter onto the pole while you're testing. Okay, the unit was developed in 2005. Uses a high frequency electromagnetic sensor that runs through these prongs. Don't worry, it's very low power. It's not going to hurt or injure anybody, except that maybe you hurt yourself on these prongs. The aggregate has to sit between these prongs in order for the unit to react. All the aggregates have to fit between these prongs. That's why you have a maximum 3/8 inch aggregate or 9 millimeters. It is more accurate with finer aggregates. Personally, I think it's due to the even distribution of water through this volume. It's going to measure the water percentage of the volume of material enclosed by these prongs. So the unit requires 2 AA batteries in order to operate. Simply insert them in the back in the battery compartment and close it accordingly. Power's on and off with the red start button, and after going through the startup screen, it'll go through the different modes of operation, which we'll get into in a minute. Okay, we just want to go through the operation of the Aggrameter. First, we want to power up the unit, pressing the red button. After the power-up screen comes on, it brings us to the last mode we were on. Now we're testing sand, so we want to put in the sand mode. We have the sensor, we push it into the sand. It's reading about a 0.4% moisture value. If we go to the wet sand, we've got a 12.4% value. Back to the dry sand, 0.4%. Back to the wet sand, now we're at 13%. So this is the percentage moisture that's in the volume surrounded by these outer prongs. So as you can see, we're at 12. Now we're at 0.6%, probably from leftover moisture from the other sand. We have gravel, which is heavy aggregate, very coarse aggregate, and crushed stone, which is approximately pea size. We have a direct reading, which is the direct reading from the sensor. By slipping your hand in here, you can increase or decrease the direct reading. It's a good way to test the unit's operation. And then we go to the different user modes that you can make for the different materials that you're using. So what you want to do is calibrate this unit for your material, and for that process I'd refer you to the instruction manual, as it's rather detailed. You can have up to 10 different user modes. Here we change the date. Here we can upload the data to a PC. And here we can change the different user materials. Again, I would recommend you reviewing the instruction manual for further details on that. And finally, back to Sam. Michael Hogue, I'm President of James Instruments. That was a quick review of the operation and features of the Aggrameter microwave moisture meter.